Drive started, you probably label it a success?
I do, and I know that without points, it's hard to say that a drive truly was a success, but think of it this way. Changing field position, maybe giving your defense a little bit of a break.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. Going up top. He's got a man complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Mixon with a first down carry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down. That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there.
Hey, Haywood! 50's the mic. 50's the mic. Hey, let's get in them holes. Hey, no, look, we got get it.
They'll drop the throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And keep your eye on that man. 4 sacks last week, 1 there here in the second quarter. He can be so disruptive.
So what was he doing in the first quarter? What was going on?
Took a nap.
I think he tried to lull him to sleep a little bit. Like, yeah, okay, maybe you've got me this week. No longer. And you know, with the 4 sacks last week, it's obvious he gets his in flurries.
And out of bounds. This will depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Shaquill Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Inside. Shoot.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. And that's caught inside the 35. That's a first down and then some. A 32-yard pickup. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
Hey, switch gears.
Rodgers now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Here's second and 10 now from the 29. Here's Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, his fourth touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Second and 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out, and it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown, and this one they help force another incompletion.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, Well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Don't say nothing. 57's the mic. Watch 57. I want that. Give me that ball, defense.
Now Rodgers from the gun, he'll throw, eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Green 18. Watch the run. Pick the edge. Come. Check. Wide left.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers, he sets up the screen to Jones. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. That last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd.
Hey, Zoo.
Check 99.
Back north. Check 3. Check 52. Loco over here. Charlie. From left, Charlie. 150.
Here's Rodgers operating from the gun. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter.
Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The results for them so far, not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
All day. I'm coming after you. 31's the mic. Hey. Ready?
He'll look to throw. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Za'Darius Smith in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
He'll look to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Preston Smith. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken right around the 44. A 44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
always hurts a team because, you know, you put something out there, you're giving yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going. And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep. And he fires one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. You're out. Check 4. Check 4. Let's go.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 23-yard line.
Set, ready? 15, Lonnie. 15 line. Set, go.
Again, it's Mixon. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A gain of a yard gets him back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Wide, get wide. 80 weapon. Mike 50, Mike.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Here we go, D. All day, defense. Box it. 10-30.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Let's go.
14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down. Sure didn't take this offense long to get within striking distance of the end zone. 2 plays.
Feel the energy? You can just feel it, can't you? Because they are creating it on offense, the way they're running the football. Now they've swept into the red zone. Momentum all on their side.
Watch the screen. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. 57.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 on the Seahawks 10-yard line.
We 19. Hey, watch for the 50.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away.
Well, Brandon, all receivers are trying to make sure that the defender thinks they're going to the middle of the field when they're running the out cut. On that play, didn't get it done very well because that one was batted down.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Mike 42. Too little, cut. Get it.
2nd and 5. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
50, plant. Don't get nervous. Check 3. Recon, 132 fighter. Mike's 50. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take it. We grip.
Now back to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now here's Michael Dixon as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now a throw here to his running back. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check, 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 check.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Packers on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Again, it's Jones. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Go get it. 30. Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Go Mike. Go Mike. Pilot, 64. Weak. Let's make these babies cry left.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
258. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Save. You go tight. Hey, take 26. You got
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. He's got White here. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
On first down, Rodgers. This is White on the screen. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation allows him to get home.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
It's going to be a long day.
Now Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. The Packers on third down. 6 conversions in 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Box it, box it, box it, box it.
Rodgers now to throw. Steps away to his left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On the ready.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Mike's 50, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
2nd and 10. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. J.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Seahawks on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. They'll look to throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Everyone, you got 4 down. Inside. 76.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Lay down.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory.
Check 37. Out.
Here's Jones. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Bring it.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. So that'll back them up 5. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Down.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Again, it's Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
3rd and 7.
On the set. 50's the Mike. Watch the pass. Let's go.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
A 4-yard gain.
Ready.
51, Mike, 51. Big stop.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
No, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Green Bay, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.